Jason Walsh stared at the official document on his tablet, reading the assignment details for the fifth time. The logo of the Interplanetary Cultural Exchange Center pulsed softly at the top of the screen, reminding him that this was no ordinary day at the research facility. "Are you really going through with this?" Dr. Harrington asked from across her desk, her expression a mix of amusement and concern. "Housing an alien? The integration program is still experimental. Someone has to be first," Jason replied, running a hand through his dark hair. "Besides, how bad could it be?" "They're supposed to be highly advanced," Dr. Harrington laughed. "But advanced doesn't always mean easy to live with. Your new roommate arrives tomorrow. Have you read the brief on Neuron culture?" "Multiple times," Jason said, hesitating. "No concept of family bonds, purely professional relationships, and a complete lack of emotional attachment in their society. Correct?" "And you still volunteered?" Dr. Harrington raised an eyebrow. Jason drummed his fingers against the edge of her desk. "I specialize in cross-cultural communication. This is the opportunity of a lifetime. Just remember, this isn't just research. You'll be living with her." "Yes, Lura," he said, his eyebrows shooting up. "She's one of their leading xenosociologists." Harrington handed him another tablet. The image that appeared made Jason's breath catch. Despite her alien nature, skin a soft shade of blue that shimmered under the lights, there was something hauntingly beautiful about her. Her hair, currently a deep purple, framed a face that could almost pass for human, if not for the subtle differences in bone structure. "The hair changes color with her emotions," Dr. Harrington explained. "They can't control it. It's a natural response. Makes them terrible liars, apparently." "And they agreed to this living arrangement with humans?" Jason asked. "They're as curious about us as we are about them. Maybe more so. They find our attachment-based society fascinating, like studying ancient history." Jason scrolled through the file. "It says here, they don't even have a word for love in their language." "Correct. No concept of romantic love, family bonds, or emotional attachment. Their whole society is built on logical arrangements and biological necessity." The next morning, Jason paced his apartment, checking everything for the third time. The spare room was prepared, and the kitchen was stocked with both Earth foods and the specialized nutrient packets Neuron preferred. The doorbell chimed precisely at 9 a.m. He took a deep breath and opened the door. The pictures hadn't done her justice. Lura stood there, tall and elegant, her hair now a curious shade of silver that rippled with hints of blue. Her deep blue eyes studied him with clinical interest. "Greetings, Jason Walsh. I am Lura," she said, her English perfect but with a musical quality that no human could quite achieve. "I trust the arrangement has been properly documented?" "Yes, everything's set up. Would you like to come in?" He stepped aside, gesturing her in. She entered with fluid grace, her movements precise and measured. "An adequate dwelling. The parameters for human habitation appear to be met," she stated. Jason couldn't help but smile. "That's one way to put it. Would you like to see your room?" "Yes. I must organize my research materials." She followed him down the hallway, her hair shifting slightly toward green at the tips. "Does that color mean something?" Jason asked, gesturing to her hair. Lura touched her hair, a slight frown crossing her features. "It is inconvenient sometimes having such visible indicators of mental states." "I find it fascinating," Jason said, opening the door to her room. "It's like having a built-in mood ring." Her hair shifted again, this time with streaks of orange. "I am unfamiliar with this term, mood ring. It's a human novelty item that changes color with body temperature. Not nearly as accurate as your hair, though." "You find amusement in this comparison?" It wasn't a question. Your facial muscles contracted in what humans call a smile. "I do tend to joke around a bit. Is humor a concept on Neura?" "We understand the theoretical framework of humor," Lura replied methodically, "though its practical application seems inefficient." "Inefficient?" Jason echoed. "It serves no clear purpose in communication or survival." "Maybe not everything needs to serve a purpose," Jason suggested. "Sometimes things can just be enjoyable." Lura paused in her unpacking, her hair swirling with patterns of purple and silver. This concept of enjoyment appears frequently in human discourse, yet it seems to lack objective parameters. "That's because enjoyment is subjective," different for everyone. Inefficient, she repeated, but her hair betrayed her, hinting at curiosity with a flicker of green.